So we're talking about a distribution network which is so disconnected, and how did we kind of manage to make this a connected distribution network, right? So when it comes to Indonesia, it's one of the toughest retail topography that we have seen in the past. Fragmented market. So we're talking about PVL, which is passenger vehicle lubricant, right? So when it comes to Indonesia, passengers lubricant is a biggest market. It's a very, very, very dense market. It's about 17 billion gallons in terms of consumption. So how do we look at it as a retail connect? So it's very fragmented, diffused with 90% low or least value pockets, meaning that we have about 90,000 or 95,000 Benkels, IWs, which are which are disconnected, which do not know what, how, where to buy from, right? So inconsistent downstreaming, cross-territory buying, price irregularities, inconsistent volumes, upstream, unknown upstream. So it's a very volatile market, right? So from a disconnected 2016, we started this in 2016. How did we move from unknown number of buyers to 12,000 registered users today? No behavioral or transactional data, but today we have about 350,000 real-time data points happening every day. Zero active independent workshop index to 40% active index. Carpet bomb trade promos to targeted tactical measured promos. So everything is so haywire that we can't even imagine how do we kind of penetrate this zero retail brand visibility to 6,000 stores fully merchandised. Zero resellers. We identified about 200,000 resellers in the market today. Unknown segments to clearly identified volume plus value segments, right? From average volume numbers to 215% volume growth. From manually managed downstream to a self-sustained AI and machine learning model. So how did this all happen?
All right, name is Control, and it's kind of a strange stage that I've never been on. I'm trying to not hit him. So I'm from ExxonMobil, and so KHALID is our agency partner. It's been helping us for the last few years, and then to solve the problem that he just mentioned to you, and then we actually got to the solution already. We'll continue to grow our business. So ExxonMobil in Indonesia is, hopefully a lot of you know us. We've been here for about over 120 years. We're the largest oil and gas company in Indonesia, providing a lot of energy supply for not just Indonesia, but people around the world. And also not just oil and gas, and also chemicals and lubricants and fuels business in Indonesia. So in the past, we spent a lot of our time and energy and investment to grow our B2B business. And as you know, Indonesia is a large country with a lot of consumers and growing middle class. In the last few years, we sort of step up our investment in growing our consumer business. That's how we, KHALID and I, started the so-called mobile marketing to come up with a solution, trying to get to a larger group of consumers through our distributors and channel partners. And that is the work we've been doing in the last few years. In addition, if you notice, last year we actually acquired the Federal Lubricants Company, and Federal is the largest, the motorcycle leaders in Indonesia. So with Federal as part of our portfolio, we've become one of the leaders, market leaders in Indonesia in the lubricants business. And at this moment, our portfolio for lubricants include passenger vehicles, lubricants. If you drive a car, you probably will be one of our users. Heavy-duty truck engine oil. Jakarta is a manufacturing hub. When goods are being made here, it will be shipped to every part of Indonesia. A lot of trucking opportunities that we are providing products for those customers. Motorcycle oil, we were small before, with Federal joining our team, and now we are one of the market leaders. And also industrial lubricants for power plants and mining companies, and also manufacturing target customers. So, and Federal picture show up now. And so those are our key two brands, primarily for the consumers. Hopefully you are one of the users as well. So as we started our B2C or consumer business a few years ago, we actually have been here for a long time, but our focus was on B2B. And since we started that business, one of the key challenges is we were doing business through distributors. As a lot of you would know, when you do business with distributors, once you sell it to them, what happened after that is you lose a lot of line of sight. You don't have visibility to when they sell, where they sell, how much they sell, and all sorts of information that is missing. All this information is critical for us to understand the health of our business, and also how to continue to improve our offer to make sure that we deliver the desired brand experience to our target customers and end users. And without all this information, it's just very difficult for us to grow our business. That's why we sort of 3 years ago, we sat down, sort of ideate for a couple of hours, and come up with the solution that KHALID is going to take you through.
So when we started, Michael gave us hypothesis of what is prevalent in the market. What is prevalent were about 15 points of hypothesis. And we said, look, we cannot just look at 15 points. We need to kind of go beyond. So these points actually came from a distributor who said, this is what is happening in Indonesia. You know what is happening in Indonesia? How a retailer would actually buy. Pak, minta 5 galon ya Pak, gimana ya? Oh, saya datang ke sana ya. Okay, I come. So there's no structured way of buying anything in Indonesia. It's all very unorganized, very unstructured. Hence, we thought, let's look at testing this hypothesis. We not just tested what the distributor actually gave us, but we said, okay, let's look beyond what distributor possibilities are. So we moved to hypothesis to facts. We commissioned a ground team, which was about a 19-member ground team. And these guys actually went into Jakarta, into Surabaya, into Medan. Jakarta is Jabodetabek. They went blind. They went blind, understanding what's happening at every outlet, every independent workshop, every banker. 35 structured questions. Mobile application was the tool. 10,000 big and small, medium IWs profile. So after the profiling, we got this amazing result. No consistent marketing efforts from any brand. The category was dying at a banker. No structured trade incentives, rebates managed, no. We also identified that there were existing resellers who were not mapped by the existing sales teams. We also looked at mechanics. Mechanics were totally ignored. And then one thing that came out of is 96% of the owners actually used mobile phone. So we saw that as an opportunity. So an opportunity to create connected downstream all across vital touch points and stakeholders. An opportunity to make mobile hero again, right? So, but one important thing, that there is an existing behavior that has been managed. There is an existing behavior that is happening in the market. So how can we kind of go there and make it happen? So we did not want to kind of disrupt it, but change the behavior. So how did we do it? We launched an application called MLC, Mobile Loyalty Club. Here, the application helps you register, place orders, and also collect points based on what have you ordered, what SKUs have you ordered, what is the value, what is the volume, and then you could redeem these points through the application, right? So it registers, order and earn points, claim rewards. It was a 3-click strategy, not to kind of confuse or let these guys kind of go beyond whatever that they're doing, but we wanted to kind of get in, intervene, and say, look, this is very easy, right? So, but the challenge was to ensure, so while they ordered on mobile, one big challenge came out as, was the physical movement of goods happening? Who knows? And then we had to find out if that was really happening. So we also actually put through something called a point of purchase tool. Point of purchase tool is carried by the sales guys who actually go into the market. It's a FOS tool, feet on street tool, who actually kind of ensure the self-capture of the stock that has moved from distributor to a trade owner has happened, right? So, end of the day, it did not just happen as a POP tool, but it came out as something which is very, very interesting. Store merchandising was taken care of, overall store performance, consumer competitive performance, sales team performance, and this is how it looks today. So we have Mobile Loyalty Club and we have Mobile POP. And we have the distributors ordering, resellers there, we have salesmen, store visits happening, and we have the workshop, which is actually giving us a lot of data. So this data actually comes, so there are two levels of data. One is on the platform and one is on the POP tool. So these actually come together and become something which is very, very visible. The biggest problem that ExxonMobil faced in the last how many years that they were existed is they did not know what is happening beyond the distributor. So today, so we have visible sell-in, sell-through volumes. We actually manage this with recency, frequency, and monetary modeling. We do potential versus performance. We do incremental shelf share, incremental final tier sales growth, competitive analysis, consumer analysis, what's Shell doing, what's Castrol doing, targeted controlled promotions, happy and loyal channel partners, organized and a managed downstream. So this was not what was existent 2 years ago. So if you look at how we launched this app in 2017, was very basic. It is just to register, order, get it through. It evolved in 2018. The UI looks bad, but then it was what the mechanics and the IW owners would actually relate to. Today, we are in 2019 and it's a totally, it is totally a comprehensive app, similar with the POP tool. 2017, it looked very basic. 2018, it kind of developed. 2019, it comes up with a lot of information. So from 0 to 12,000 registered IWs, 40% of activeness index mapped, 3x volume growth was what we kind of managed in the last 3 years, which is 2016 to 2019. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again.